Hello friends, welcome to Salesforce CMAtics video session 268. So basically in today's video, we will complete the SAQL coding, which we haven't completed in the previous one. We of course have built the recipe. We will just complete the SAQL code and check if the result is matching or not. So we were doing for scenario one, right? And we also understood we got this particular result. Okay. So the recipe was already built. Let me just go to Analytics Studio. We were doing something like scenario one. Okay. So of course I will give the proper name once I complete writing the SQL code and get the required outcome. Let me check what was the other name. So this is like sales opportunity life cycle, right? Now we brought in that particular data set. I will go to the SQL mode, and what I will do is let me just quickly write over here. Now for this, what I will do is I will also reference the scenario one which I did previously. So we had created this trial one, right? Where we understood we were not getting the required output. The code will be actually of similar structure. So I will take the help of this to copy a few lines. Uh, I think this will remain the same. So let me go to scenario one. From here, I don't need anything, but I will just mention this as A, this one as B, this one as C. Now I'll just paste this line, and here it will be left. It is left, and here I don't need this values. And let me write semicolon, and a dot op id seems fine for me. What I definitely need to change is the partner name. So let me check what is the API name of partner name here. So instead of D, I have to write A, of course, and I will just mention the partner name. Okay. Let me run the query. Let's see. Great. Now, if you see, what is happening is, let me put this sheet over here. So this is completely matching, right? So here we have this life cycle where O1 is accentuated. I mean, 211, 121. Here is the same thing. There's a gap in between. And we have the accenture, Deloitte, and accenture. So this is the complete result, which is matching. Of course, I'm going to save it as scenario one, sales opportunity life cycle. Cool. So what I did is I took the help of recipe and I just built it in a row-wise manner. So here, if I open the recipe once again, with the help of recipe, I just broke it down into a row-wise row manner because as I mentioned over here, like when we were studying that recipe helps you to create rows. SQL cannot create rows, but recipe helps you in that. Fine. So the thing is that it can expand many to many to row level truth. So that's what we did over here. Let it load, not an issue. Maybe I can refresh it as well. Or even if I open the data set there also, you will be able to see that for O1, we needed these two particular values of partner name, right? So we needed for O1, we needed Accenture, and for O3 also we needed Accenture, isn't it? Now that was something which was difficult to do by a co-group because at the end of the day, it was just grouping it. But to break it into row wise, we just took the help of recipe. And with the help of recipe, we were finally able to break it into row wise. Fine. So that's the thing. Meanwhile, it loads. We can understand over here like that is the recipe name which we took opportunity and we took the stage and activities. So at the end of the day, everything I have to bring from my opportunities partner list because that opportunity partner list contains all the opportunity ID. Okay, so that was not an issue because even in the recipe, this had been my left table, the opportunities. Okay, and of course, I brought in the stage and activities so that I can find the requisite count of it. It will be a left join because with A and B, it's the left. I have to bring everything from A. And again, with the resultant of A and B also, it will be completely left. And with C, I'm just taking whatever is required, basically the activity count. And finally, I already have the partner name. So I've just written a dot partner name as partner name. Okay. Now, if you see, that's what I was saying. For O1, we have the Accenture. So this breaking, like for O1, we are getting Accenture, as well as O3, we are getting Accenture. That was something which was not possible in this trial scenario, right? Because when we were doing the crew group, we can only pull one of the rows from the back because it cannot break it down into rows. That's the limitation in a way you can say, but exactly from a CMIT's pro, it's not a limitation. As we mentioned, the SAQL main purpose is it's a grouping engine. It's not a relation and join engine. That is something we need to understand. That part has to be done on the upstream side. That's why the recipe, the data layer is all about. Okay. Now, one thing I wanted to tell you over here. Now, although if you see, I have taken the sales, I have taken the opportunity partner referrals, and I also joined with opportunities. One more thing which I realized at a later stage is if needed, I didn't have to join this opportunity sales. Like, because if you see this join, here only I get the complete rows. So for O1, I'm getting Accenture. For O3 also, I'm getting Accenture. So if needed, I can also I can create a data set. And from here, I can just go and create the queries in the SAQL. So for example, let's say if I name it as op ID and op name, something like that. Okay. Sorry, not op ID and op name. It's like op ID and partner name, because at the end of the day, I'm getting the op ID and partner name, something which I'm not getting anywhere, right? So if you see the table, isn't it? If you see the complete table here, nowhere I'm getting the op ID and partner name in any particular table. So that is something which I'm already getting over here. And from here only, I can end the recipe. I can just create the data set and I could have ended the recipe over there itself without continuing further and joining the opportunities. That opportunity part I can finally do on the SQL side. So I will show you very quickly. So again, I will save it in my SQL app. Let me click on save. Okay. So just to give you a brief of what I have done, I will just clean up the notes. So I've taken the partner referrals opportunity map. Now what I'm doing is, of course, that structure is already there, but I have just created this data set. If you see from here, the flow is coming where ultimately my main theme is done. So my op ID and partner name is something which is done over here, right? I can remove the partner ID as well. So maybe if needed, we can create a new transform node as well. But anyways, that's not needed for now. But the op ID and partner name is something I got it. And finally, I can just take the opportunity uh, data set, the stage data set, the activity data set, and this particular data set, op ID and partner name data set. And finally, I can create the sequence, which will also give me the same result. So this was not needed to bring up at the end of the day, because if I'm bringing this opportunity sales, then of course I have to use this opportunity, this opportunity partner attached without including the opportunity data set. But with this, I can include the opportunity data set and I will still get the same result. So let's click on save and now, and let's monitor this. Fine. It's going to take some time. So we will just monitor this. Okay, fine. So as you can see, this ran successfully, this particular recipe. Now, what we will do is we will again just create that part. So what I will do is I will take the opportunity right now because that's the main data set for me, the opportunity sales. Okay. And I will add the stage and activities, of course. So I will add the stage. I will add the activities. Happened. Hmm. And finally, I will add the op ID, right? Something which I just created. So let me search with op ID. Yeah, op ID and partner. Okay. And I will directly move to the SAQL now, SAQL mode. Now, up till here, so what I've done is I'm taking the main table, which is this one, the opportunities table, right? The opportunities table has been taken over here. Then I'm taking the stage, which is this one. Okay. And then of course I'm taking the activities as well, which is this one, right? So activities also I'm taking it over here. And finally, what I'm doing, I'm taking the op ID and partner name, which is nothing, but it's a resultant data set which is created on the recipe section with a lookup done on opportunity partner map and partner referrals with opportunity partner map on the left side. Okay. Which helped me to get the op ID and the partner name. That's why I've given the recipe name as op ID and partner name. Good. Now, of course, the theme will remain the same. So here I will just copy this part because at the end of the day, I just need this code only. So I will just paste it over here. So here I am just going to paste this, and of course I'm going to make the requisite changes. So here I will just write A. Here it will be B, C, and D. Good. And here also it will be like left, comma, by or by. Fine. And what I will do is I will just run the query. Okay, sorry, I have to make a few more changes. So A, B, C is fine. Here, of course, I have to take the partner name. So I will just take the proper API name of the partner name. So I will just paste it over here. Okay. Instead of this, it will be this one. And here I have to mention D. And now let me run the query. I'm still getting some error. Okay, let's see. Okay, I haven't closed the single quotes. Great. If you see, again, the results is the same. So here, this particular scenario one, O1, O2, O3, O4, I'm getting the partner name, the same thing I got over here. And of course, the stage and activity won't be hampered. It's the same as well. So this is another way where basically it just came to my mind, like instead of joining the opportunity as well on the recipe, you can just leave it up to the by joining just partner levels and opportunity partner map. Because at the end of the day, the main thing is we have to get segregated that O1 and O3. The it contains the same partner, that is Accenture in this case. So O1, O3 should come in a different rows. So that at the end of the day, when I build the table, I can also get Accenture. Fine. For that reason, the recipe was needed, because if you just go, because we already understood in our trial session that when we are just taking the D&E, like the opportunity pattern and partner map and partner referrals on the SAQL side, somehow the bag being created is not helping us to get in a row wise level. It's co-grouping it, it's grouping it, but while fetching, we have to just pick one of them. We weren't able to pick Accenture separately. Okay. So what happened is, like for O1, we got the Accenture, but for O3, from that partner name, it was difficult to pick one of them, although it contained the partner, but it was somehow difficult because as you can see here, like we joined on the partner ID, right? So when we joined on the partner ID for O1, because it's joined on partner ID for O1, we are having the Accenture. For O2 also, we are having the Deloitte. But for O3, because it's joined on partner, so P1 has contained both this O1 and O3, isn't it? So because it's joined on partner, P1 will contain both. I think that is something which I taught you as well on my notepad. Okay, let me open my notepad. Yeah, here it was, right? So one P1 contained both O1 and O3. So for that reason, it was becoming difficult to just when we were dealing with O3 to pull one of the partner names. Okay. So for that reason only, we had no other option but to go on the recipe section so that we can create it, segregate it in row wise. And that's what has been done. And yeah, as I mentioned, like up till here also, you can stop and do the same thing. So maybe I can also save this one as scenario one. Okay. And I can mention only of ID and partner name dataset another way, something like. And of course, I can save it in my SQL. So yeah, that was all about this scenario one. Basically, the scenario one is now completely clear to us. We understood that in the next one. So show all officially tried opportunities, enrich with stage connectivity costs and partner information. And of course, we will continue with the other scenarios. So we'll continue with the scenario two in our next session. Thank you.